Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friends of the Feather. This is Gracerton VonFluff. Say good morning, Gracie. So here we are, another beautiful day. The sun is up, sky is blue. It's going to be another beautiful day. My grass, look at that. Look at that beautiful yard. Probably one of my best mows yet, you guys. Probably one of my best mows yet. There is something about, I don't know, man. I don't know. Everyone in the neighborhood thinks I'm insane, I think. They either think I'm insane or, like, I'm an abused wife. Because my husband won't mow the grass. I told him I was going to put a sign in the front yard that says, I want to do this. I choose to mow grass. Oh, goodness. Goodness. They were ready to go today, boys and girls. Jumping out of the gate. Pecan cheek cones. Good morning, girls. And boy. Oh, was it a rough night? I'm sorry, girls. A rough night with the big boy? Probably. Probably so. Alright. How are you, Miss Ma'am? Miss Faddle? Oh, over to the water bucket. Everybody's got to rush over to the water bucket. So we're on egg watch. This is day 5 of egg watch, girls. I'd like to point that out. Day 5. That is F-I-V-E for those of you who need help. What is this? Looks something black on her. I wonder if that's... It's probably Wi-Fi and the phantom black feather. I'm getting some morning greens. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You can hear them pluck, pluck, plucking away. Yeah, I snagged up one of my lawn staples with the weed eater yesterday. It sent it flying. That's okay. I've got more. So the little chickens still aren't integrated with the other chickens. Oh, if you're wondering what this is all about, just go to the description box below and it'll tell you all about it. Thank you to our 109 subscribers. That's wonderful. But anyway, the Faverlays, the Frenchies are having trouble integrating with the other chickens. They don't seem to want to get along at all. They're picking on each other really bad. It's just not nice. I try to tell them, they won't listen to me. They're defiant falcons. Pesky pecans. Pesky, pesky pecans. Sun feels good. So today is Mental Monday. Mental Monday. Because I have had problems with mental problems. I have. It's true. A little depression. Oh, lots of depression. But that's gone, and I have overcome, and I absolutely understand anybody that goes through that. It's absolute torture. It's absolute torture for yourself and those around you. And that makes your torture double, because you know what kind of torture it is for people to be around you when you're like that. So it's tough stuff. And for whatever reason, even with all of like the, mental illness awareness, mental health awareness, I remember, I think it all started like probably 10 years ago or something. There was this girl that worked at some office, and she called in sick and said that she needed to take a mental health day, right? And that made like national news, that this girl, and she was so stunning and brave because she had called in and said that she needed a mental health day. that she was, you know, had self-awareness enough to call in and tell her boss that she needed a break, you know, that her mental health was suffering. And it seemed like after that made headlines, it became a thing, like taking mental health breaks. And that's good, because I agree. I mean, sometimes you do need a mental health break. But now it's like abused, I think. Because I worked and lived and functioned for a long time like that, and I was getting help. It's not like I didn't have help. I was getting help, but you know, I think it's important, even when you are dealing with that kind of thing, that you have people around you that still kind of you know, give you a little zen slap in the face every once in a while and be like, look, you know, you got to pick yourself up, right? I mean, because sometimes you do, and you're the only person that can do it. I know, because I struggled for so long. There were some times I thought that maybe something or someone, or, you know, there was some, like a magic key was going to come floating through the window, and it was going to unlock that door that made me better. And I'll tell you, I think the biggest thing that made me better was food. I think our food is making us this way. I think it's the fast food. I think it's we're just not living as humans were meant to live, and it's taking a toll. Again, unintended consequences, kind of tying back into yesterday. You know, all this convenience, all of this, you know, all of the choices. Too many choices. Too many choices. I think when we're left to our own devices as a whole, I mean, some of us, you know, are fine individually, but as a whole, when we're left to our own devices, it's not good. So, I fixed my depression by changing my food. Not changing my diet, because I didn't change my diet. I changed my entire life. I had to. So, it's not a diet. It's a life. It's life. It's just that's just how it is. We don't eat fast food anymore. Period. End of story. End of sentence. They don't exist. It's poison. It's not food. That's the way I have to look at it. Because it is delicious. Yes, it does. I mean, some of it is delicious. Some of it not so much. I'm not going to stand here and tell you that I wouldn't go for, like, oh man, I was a big fan of the mushroom and Swiss from Hardee's. Oh yeah, I would take a big mushroom and Swiss, absolutely, but it would kill me. It would make me feel like shit, and I would feel like shit for 2 days, and I know that. I know that very solidly in my head, because I've tested it many times. Oh yeah, I banged my head against that brick wall for a very long time. And I would remember going to work literally feeling like my feet were made of lead. Like, I could not move my feet, I could not move my legs. And just trotting in, I worked at a mall, trotting down the corridor to my store, I was just like, kill me now. Just kill me now. Not only do I feel like I'm about to seriously just turn into a piece of stone and fall over, but I have to work like this. Oh my god. And I would work like that day in and day out and day in and day out, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It was the food. It was the food. I was walking around starving. And I always felt like I was starving, right? I was, because I wasn't getting any nutrition from the food that I was eating, and it was absolutely killing me. That and not drinking water. Those two things have taken an absolute massive toll on me. So if you are young and you are watching this, eat well. Eat well. Eat real food. Do not eat fast food. It is poison. All of it. It is slow acting, damage over time poison. Poison, poison, poison. All of it. And, I mean, most of the food that you get in restaurants now is the same. It's all kind of, like, congealed into this massive, unhealthy food, like, mouth treats. They're just like mouth treats. It's empty calories. I could go on, but yeah, I'm convinced, you guys, just because of the change that I've seen in myself and others around me. So yeah, so that's Mental Monday. I'm going to be going on about it all day, so disregard from here on out if you don't want to hear it. I get it. But I think it's very important, and I think that's what's making people miserable. It's what's making people unhappy. All the people that are out there that are unhappy and can't figure out why, they just can't figure out why they don't feel good, why they feel like shit all the time, why they can't get enough sleep, why they always feel tired. It's what you're eating. Did you go to Applebee's last night? Probably. If you feel like that, you probably had some of those delicious hot wings that they have. Oh my god, another fave. And that big pasta thing that they do, oh my gracious, sinful. But it's poison. It's all poison. It's very well wrapped, very beautiful, very tasty, delicious poison. It's evil what they've done. Evil, evil, evil. The deception, the gaslighting, the lies, the food pyramid. What the hell, you guys? If I ate 8 to 10 servings of bread a day, I would be as big as this kennel. I would be huge. I would be just seriously. I mean, I was. I was. So yeah. All right. Time to end this. Time to end it. I gotta go check for eggs. We gotta go see if there's some eggs happening in here. Gotta see it. Alright guys, have a beautiful Monday. Just another day. Remember, Faddle is going to be stalking his next victim for the day. Probably multiple victims. Hopefully these friends start actually being friends. What you doing, big boy? Yeah. Bit of a player. Alright. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you with the buttons later on today. Bye.